can actually...
I need to take you up on that
let me give you a perspective.
Yes.
The state government or the governors can actually give lands for ranches, but is the federal government also concerned about the kind of consultations that may have gone on between the state government and the people living in those communities who have ancestral attachment to those plot of lands?
Ancestral attachment? You can only have attachment when you are alive. If you are talking of ancestral attachment, if you are dead, what does the attachment matter? What does it matter again? Ancestral attachment, you can only have attachment when you are alive. If you are talking of ancestral attachment, if you are dead, what does the attachment matter? What does it matter again? The National Economic Council that recommended ranching went around those states. It didn't just legislate it, there were consultations. So, if a state does not have land genuinely, it's understood. Not every state will have ranches. You don't have to have ranches in 36 states. So, if there's no land genuinely, fine. But where you have land and you can do something, please do for peace. What will the land be used for if those who own it are dead at the end of the day? What will the land be used for if those who own it are dead at the end of the day? What will the land be used for if those who own it are dead at the end of the day?
Now,
so,
talk again, going back to ranching and cattle colonies, we know that still going back to international conversations, the United Kingdom and even the World Bank have come out to say that Nigerian government has not yet asked for support from the Commonwealth nations, and that if they did, there are a litany of investments and ideas and people who could actually help in this area of solving the issue of ranching or cattle colonies, and they would do it willingly to see that the violence abates. But then how do we bring together the warring factions, whether be it those people who claim they have the land rights and those people who feel that they are marginalized even though they are indigents and have resided there for decades, which is one of the key points Mieti Ayla made here the other day. And the issues of castle rustling as well is part of the issue of the violence. It's not just the killing of the herders, of the farmers. How do communities begin to look at dispensing ethnocentric sentiments towards the issue of land and border rights, Mr. Femi, especially through the state government?
That is why you have community leaders. That is why you have traditional rulers. That is why you have local government chairmen. That is why you have states. These things must come up from there. But rather what we see is they are saying, federal government, come and do it. Federal government is so far from those places.
But is there any interaction between the federal and state government concerning what they are doing to resolve these primary core issues that are causing and stoking this ember of...
Yes, I just said it. The National Economic Council set up committees that went around the states, led by Governor Dave Umahi of Ebonyi State. It went around all the states.
Unfortunately, I was going to ask you when the federal government will perhaps, maybe the president will perhaps give the go-ahead to the Inspector General of Police to reveal those politicians that are sponsoring the killings across the country.
And yes, I think the statement on community dialogue and, of course, the rural elder statesmen should come together to look at issues of land rights, especially as maybe people are also afraid to give over their lands, for cohabitation, and how, overwhelming that could be over the years.
Exactly. And the indigenship and citizenship question.
Absolutely.
It's better, like somebody has said before, it's better to live on the land than to be under the land.
Under the land.
It's better, like somebody has said before, it's better to live on the land than to be under the land.
Under the land.
It's better, like somebody has said before, it's better to live on the land than to be under the land.
Under the land.
Well, Ibrahim Abdullahi is a National Assistant Secretary of the Mieti Ayla Cattle Breeders Association. Thank you for coming on Sunrise Daily this morning.
Thank you. Good morning, Nigerians.
You have said that this new crisis has caught you by surprise.
Yeah, it is surprising because we thought people will learn lesson
You said you thought they would learn lessons, and you said that these lessons were rooted in the 2011 crisis.
Exactly.
You also allege that this, people are coming from the outside.
Yeah, and this is why. The recent crisis started in a village called Int'l. Somebody, a farmer.
Not Godo-Godo.
Int'l, yeah, in Godo-Godo chiefdom. The village, the actual village is Int'l.
Okay.
In Godo-Godo chiefdom. What really happened was that a farmer decided to go and farm along the stock routes, or to block the stock routes. And these stock routes were not even local stock routes, international stock routes. You know that a cow is just like water. If you build your house along the water, passage point, when there is flooding, you know what will happen. That water will not just go around because your house is there. It will just take out your house. The same thing, we have well-established, well-documented stock routes that have traversed the entire African continent. You can start from the Central African Republic, crossing Cameroon, Nigeria, into Benin Republic without even asking the cow, without even going in front of the cows. You just follow them, they will take you there. So a farmer decided, out of his, I don't know, we call it mischief or whatever, to farm in that area, and an argument ensued between him and a pastoralist who was plying that route. And it resulted into fight. Two of them got wounded. The Ardo of the area, the Fulani leader of the area, took two of them to the hospital and paid the bills. When these stories spread, some youths within Int'l decided to retaliate. They killed that Ardo. They set him ablaze. They burned about 76, nomadic settlements. And that was the beginning of this crisis. So what we are saying is that we did not learn any lesson. Afterwards, people started blocking roads, killing people. People started blocking international stock routes. While we were trying to resolve 2011 crisis, appealing to those people that were affected, you are killing more people. That's why I said we have not learned any lesson from 2011.
So you do believe that there has been some quarrel, and that is what is at the bottom of this particular crisis.
Of course.
Allah ba da sa'a. Allah sai yayi. Say good luck. Say good luck. La ilaha illallah. Say good luck. Say good luck. Guys, that's